Hello, friends. I'm your host, Dave Layton, and welcome to Signs of Our Time, discovering America's heritage, one sign at a time. This podcast is designed to provide the story behind the story found on America's roadside historical signs. Holidays come in all shapes, sizes, and significance. It's usually left up to the individual which holiday they like best. I like Thanksgiving because it represents giving thanks for blessings and is a wonderful time to get together with family. Of course, many like Christmas for all the joy of giving and receiving gifts, and of course, remembering the birth of Jesus. Many like Valentine's Day as we exchange expressions of love and friendship. And of course, for many, the most important holiday is their birthday. Nestled among the holidays and special days we remember is one that is fun to celebrate. It's Groundhog Day. This unusual holiday is a favorite in many locations in North America. You can find several historical markers referring to Groundhog Day. The definitive marker, of course, is in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, the home of Punxsutawney Phil. Well, here's the story behind the story of the favorite holiday for many. Groundhog Day is celebrated on February the 2nd. It is famous for being a predictor of how much longer winter weather will last. Groundhog Day was brought to the United States by German-speaking immigrants. The first recorded reference to Groundhog Day was in a diary entry by a storekeeper in Morganton, Pennsylvania in 1841. The first official celebration took place on February the 2nd, 1887 in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, and is still celebrated there. On Groundhog Day, everyone gathers on Gobbler's Knob in Punxsutawney to watch the event. The custom is to pull a groundhog named Punxsutawney Phil from his burrow to see if he sees his shadow. If he does see his shadow, then we are in for another 6 weeks of winter weather. Everyone hopes he won't see his shadow, so spring will arrive early. Of course, the event is televised worldwide. Legend has it that Phil is over 130 years old. Well, in reality, he is a succession of other groundhogs. Each new Phil is introduced as the previous one retires or passes away. The keepers of Phil are part of the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. The club has been in existence since 1899. They are responsible to care for Phil and organize the annual Groundhog Day celebrations. On Groundhog Day, the club members dress up in top hats and coats. One member removes Phil from his burrow and interprets his weather prediction. Upon receiving the prediction, another member reads the official proclamation. Moans or cheers can be heard from the crowd as they react to the prediction. Just a bit more about the origins of this unusual custom. As noted, it started with German immigrants coming to America. The Germans that started the tradition would observe a bear or a badger coming out of its den. If it saw its shadow, then they were in for 4 weeks of winter weather, not 6 weeks as it is now. It's a good thing the tradition changed to the more docile groundhog rather than bears or badgers. These animals are known for their ill temper. Add to that, being awakened from a sound sleep will make any of us ill-tempered. Of course, the question many ask is, how accurate is Phil? According to those that study such things, Phil is accurate about 39% of the time. Others have found he is correct 28% of the time. Well, some say Phil fits right in with other weather forecasters, many on our local television stations. But accuracy is not what is important. What is important is the fun festivities surrounding the event. It seems everyone is anxious for the winter to end and warmth of spring to begin. Many towns across the United States and Canada celebrate Groundhog Day, but have their own locally generated events. There are often parades, picnics, and other community gatherings. Many people celebrate Groundhog Day by eating German-based food and, of course, consuming German-based adult beverages. I guess any excuse is as good as another. And, of course, we all know about the movie with Bill Murray named Groundhog Day. Many add watching the movie as part of their Groundhog Day celebrations. Well, here are some fun and other interesting facts about Groundhog Day. There are other groundhogs, such as Staten Island Chuck in New York and Wereton Willie in Canada. Groundhogs are also known as woodchucks. They are members of the squirrel family. They can climb trees and swim, but I have to admit I've never seen a squirrel swim. The lifespan of groundhog is 6 to 8 years. They are also known as whistle pigs because of the sound they make. They will whistle when they sense danger. Groundhogs give birth to 2 to 6 young in the spring. Groundhog babies are called kits or cubs. Well, whether you believe in Phil's predictive power or not, Groundhog Day is a fun and festive celebration that has become a mainstay in North American culture. So go out and have some fun. Well, friends, there you have it. A story behind the story from Americans' historical signs and markers. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I invite you to subscribe and continue listening as we bring more episodes about the rich heritage of our great nation. Please share this podcast with others. If you have interesting stories about historical signs and markers, email me at americanhistoricalmarkers@gmail.com. That's americanhistoricalmarkers@gmail.com. Maybe your story behind the story will be featured. I'm your host, Dave Layton, and thank you for listening and safe travels.